Okay guys, last night I was gonna fry some chicken thighs and, well, not fry them, but brown them to make this chicken thigh dish, and changed my mind. I salted and peppered the thighs and just baked them in the oven. I was just gonna give them to my dog. But then today I put some of them in his pot, and then I was like, you know what, I'll make some chicken spaghetti. So I've left the bones in here. You can, for those of you all that don't know, bones, turkey bones, chicken bones, make the most wonderful soup base. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna leave the bones in here. I'm gonna leave my chicken in here as well. And when the chicken heats up just a little bit, I'm gonna take the chicken out of here and leave the bones. And I added some celery tops. I freeze my vegetables back to use. The celery leaves always have a lot of fragrance to them. And I put a little bit of onion in here and chicken base. And I'm going to make chicken spaghetti with this. I normally would use cream of celery soup, but I'm just going to have the celery flavor, you know, the condensed soup. I don't really like using condensed soup cans because I know you can make condensed soup at home. You don't have to buy those cans. So anyway, so in order to get the flavor of the celery that I normally would have in my chicken spaghetti, I put some celery in here. I'm going to add some water to all of this. I put a little bit of onion. I may add one more piece of onion, but my kids don't like onion. So I just want to have the flavor of onion in there. And then I'll remove all of this, and then I'm going to make chicken spaghetti out of it. So I'll show you all the process of the chicken spaghetti and everything. But I wanted to bring you all on just to show you this part of it too. I didn't want to have it like done and all that and not show you what the beginning stage of it was. I'm going to add probably about 2 to 3 cups of water to this, because what I'm going to do is use the liquid, the base and all that as part of my cream sauce for the chicken spaghetti. And my chicken spaghetti is going to be a cheese-based cream sauce. So I'll bring you all back and show you the progress as it goes. All right, guys, so this has been cooking for a little while. And like I said, I want to make sure, and I did go ahead and add another spear, or what do you call it, stalk of celery, a little stalk of celery, and another group of onions to this too. Okay, and let me see here. So I'm gonna fish all of this stuff out and then take the chicken off the bone, get all the bones out of here. And so this broth is what I'm gonna be using as the base for the chicken spaghetti. Okay, so I'm taking this off the bone, and put the skin to the side and put your bones and stuff to the side. All of this broth and everything, we're gonna strain through a strainer and add it to our saucepan and make our chicken spaghetti cheese sauce with this wonderful, this is going to be our cream of celery soup. And the way you turn this into a creamed into the, you know, because the Campbell soup or whatever is condensed, but the way you turn it into a cream is you add heavy whipping cream to it. So this is a way that you can make your own cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of what, and mushroom. This is not mushroom though, but it's just whipping cream. That's all it is, with the seasonings, with your mushroom, and make you some, that's all that it is. And so you don't have to necessarily, you know, buy a can of cream of chicken soup. You can make it at home if you want to. If you don't want to and you want to buy it in a can, that's wonderful too. I've bought it in a can before. So I'm not criticizing anyone that does. It's just another approach. You may not feel like going to the store one night, you know, night before Thanksgiving or 2 days before Thanksgiving. You may not want to go to the store, and you may need some cream of chicken to go make your chicken stock or whatever it is for your dressing. Well, you can make that with some whipping cream. Anyway, and other seasonings and all that. I'm not saying it's just whipping cream, but, and you could take a spoon too and spoon it through, but I'm just going to pour it because it's faster. And so now you can see what kind of level of broth that you're working with. You may also want to use some of this broth for your spaghetti noodles when you boil your noodles. Okay, you may want to reserve some of it for that. And then you can go through here and really see if there's anything else that you're wanting to salvage to go into your cheese sauce for your chicken spaghetti. To this, I'm going to add some whipping cream, so we can have our cream here. Cream of, you know, for the chicken spaghetti. I don't know how much I'm adding. Maybe that's 2 cups. I don't know. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I may add more later. I have no clue, but I will let you all know. And so I'm going to whisk this together, and I'm also going to go ahead and add my cheese to this, and I'm going to be using Velvetta cheese. I don't know how much of this I'm going to use yet, but I'll put it on camera. And I'm going to be using a can of Rotel. You can use mild, you can use hot. I prefer hot, but my kids don't. So I'm going to use original. And of course, I'm going to strain because they don't like the tomatoes. So I'm just going to strain the tomatoes out. Okay. And that's what's going to be our cheese sauce. And also, I'm going to put some cream cheese in here as well. So I'm going to have 2 different kinds of cheeses. And actually, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and add this cream cheese because it's just a little bit, and I may add more. I've got more in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and add this just to get rid of it. All right, y'all, I'm going to add just a little bit more cream cheese. This is a fresh block I just got out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to add about this much of it. Okay, now I'm going to add some Velvetta, and I'm just going to add, I don't know how much, about that much right there for right now. It's room temperature. If it was cold out of the fridge, I would probably cube it because it melts better. I'm going to add that. That's going to be part of our cheese sauce. And then once we get all of this added, I'll taste the cheese sauce and see does it need anything added. I may add some more black pepper to it. But normally with all this, because I had already seasoned the chicken, it was already pretty salty. So, but we'll just see. We'll play it by ear and see what goes on with it. Okay, so we've got the cream cheese added. I'm going to go ahead and start whisking to get the cream cheese broken apart and smoothed in so that you don't see the little white clumps. And then I put some water in this broth. I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a boil so we can start our spaghetti noodles. Okay. So that the spaghetti noodles will cook in that chicken broth that was made with our chicken thighs. And so this is happening in real time in terms of me whisking this cream cheese in. And you can see a lot of the little bits of cream cheese have dissipated. I still see some, but they're not like what they were. And so I'm going to continue whisking just to make sure that they've all dissipated. And this is our cheese sauce here. And I may add some more cheese to this. If I do, I will bring you all, I'll record it so you all can see me adding more cheese to this. But this is it for right now. And I'm going to be using the Berea thick spaghetti. Okay, you guys, so the noodles are ready. I've preheated my oven to 425 because I'm going to put this in the oven. I did add my Rotel to this already. And you all can see that all the cream cheese and everything, that's all, combined well. I don't see any bits of cream cheese. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more black pepper. I tasted it and it tastes like it just needs some black pepper. I don't think it needs any salt. All right, so I've got the spaghetti noodles added. Now, if you like your chicken spaghetti very stiff, because I've been at places where you put the spoon in it to get yourself some chicken spaghetti, and it's like you're pulling weeds out of a garden to try to get the chicken spaghetti out of the pot or out of the silver tray that it's in and all of that, because people, they bake their chicken spaghetti to death. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, some people love it. Some people they don't want to have a whole lot of sauces, and even with their regular spaghetti, that's got a lot of paste in it. It's very thick. That's great. I'm not putting it down at all. But I know that with pasta, just like rice, your pasta will continue to absorb your liquid. It will swell and it will get bigger. You decide what you want to do. I'm not going to suggest anything to anybody. I know what I like. I know how I like my stuff to be. And that's what I'm saying. You have to cook for you. You don't need to be cooking for anyone else. I mean, your family, if you have kids that don't like this or don't like that, that's different. If you want to, accommodate that, you can. I know I do. But I know I'm putting this in the oven at 425. And just because it looks kind of like this right now, I guarantee you, once I get it out of the oven, you're going to see a vast difference. It's not going to be dry where it's like you put it in your mouth and it's like you're eating glue or something. And it's because it's so much Velvetta in it. The Velvetta has hardened and it's like you can't even chew because it's so much Velvetta and it's so sticky and all of that. It's not going to be like that. even some people's cheese dip is thick like that and all that. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just what it is. So, but you'll notice it's going to have a nice, it's going to be equally, the liquid will be equally absorbed, as well as, you know, not like soupy, kind of like, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add some mozzarella cheese on top and Colby Jack. And so that our cheese does not scorch while it is in the oven, okay, you can either place foil on top of this. I'm going to place a lid. And the reason why you can tint your foil, okay, if you are wanting your chicken spaghetti, if you already have it kind of stiff, the way that you want it, you're just trying to, you know, brown your cheese or melt your cheese or whatever, then you can tint your foil. I'm putting a tight lid on mine because I want my spaghetti noodles to continue cooking and absorbing the liquid. And the way that it does that is so that the liquid doesn't cook off if it doesn't have a lid on it or tinted or what have you. Then if you have a tight lid on it, then the steam and vapor and all that stays inside of your dish and allows the spaghetti noodles or whatever noodle that you're using to continue absorbing liquid. So that way the noodles will swell a little bit and absorb some more of your sauce. Okay guys, I'm about to get this chicken spaghetti out of the oven. And so there it is. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow this to rest. I'm gonna put some parsley on top. I'm gonna lift the lid and put some parsley on here and replace the lid and allow this to set up for about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll bring y'all back. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off. It's been about 25 minutes. Okay, so here we go. You can look there and you can see that the chicken is very tender, okay? Not too much, see, not too much cheese sauce, just enough cheese sauce, okay? I can taste the rotel in it. And if you would like to add more, see, that's the cheese, what you're seeing there is the cheese from the top of the casserole. What you're seeing right here, that's the cheese from the top. Okay. So if you don't want, if this looks like you want it stiff and hard, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, then you would just add, you know, have less cheese sauce, okay? All right, guys. Well, I will see you all next time at 234 in La Casa. Like I said, I just jumped on here real quick to do this. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.